Peggy and Maddie. They did not wait for Wanda Petronsky that day. Why? Reasons are obvious. It was drizzling, so it was not comfortable for them to wait at that place, which was a place where they usually used to wait for Wanda. And thereafter, they were accompanying her. They were entering the school premises where they used to make fun of her. So it was a normal routine. Okay. Now, Wanda, she has stopped coming to school since Monday. Monday also absent, Tuesday, Wednesday, and now today is Thursday. So the teacher decided that she will announce the result. Result of what? The painting and drawing competition. As we all know that this drawing competition was held, and boys, they have to draw motorbikes, and girls, they have to draw dresses. Maddie again, you can see, Maddie is, she knows, she feels that Peggy will win the competition. Why, you know? Because she felt that Peggy is a very good artist. Can you please share your Gmail ID? Okay, that I will do. Okay, fine. So, Peggy, I will write it on WhatsApp group.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, good morning. So, she was knowing that Peggy, since she can copy, imitate art, so definitely maybe she is going to win the competition. Whereas Peggy herself, you can say, she was also a little bit confident. Yes, perhaps she will win the competition. Let's see now what happens. Now they are going to enter into the classroom, and something, you will see the story will take a twist and turn. Story will change here. Let us see what happens next, and then we will once again discuss the characters. Okay. I think children, now screen is visible. Is it visible, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes,
very
yes,
good.
ma'am.
Very good,
Yes,
very
ma'am.
good. Okay, very good. So screen visible, we have reached there now, and where the story will take a nice twist. What happened? Okay, let me change the page. Do you think Miss Mason will announce the winners today? Asked Peggy. Oh, I hope so, the minute you get in, said Maddie. And she also added this line, of course you will win, Peg. Hope so, said Peggy eagerly. Now, through these conversation, we can easily come to a conclusion that not only Maddie feel that Peggy will win the competition, even Peggy had also this kind of extra confidence, you can say, overconfidence, that she is the only girl in the classroom who can draw well and she will win the competition. But something happened. The minute they entered the classroom, they stopped short and gasped. Gasped, you know? Gasped here means that the mouth wide open in surprise. Mouth wide open in surprise. 1 minute, let me. So that is means. So everyone was surprised to see the things in the room. What was that? There were drawings all over the room, on every ledge and windowsill, dazzling colors and brilliant, lavish designs, all drawn on great sheets of wrapping paper. There must have been 100 of them, all lined up. These must be the drawings for the contest. They were. Everybody stopped and whistled or murmured admiringly. Now, what happened when they reached to the class? You know, they thought that the result will be announced, and obviously Peggy is going to win the competition. But something happened, extraordinary something happened. Okay, the moment they entered into the classroom, the entire classroom was decorated, you know, with different kind, 100 dresses. Yes, 100 dresses. 100 designs you can see in your book also. That 100 designs were displayed everywhere in the entire classroom, on every ledge, windowsill, dazzling colors, brilliant, different type of lavish designs. God, it was really surprising. It was really extraordinary, beautiful designs. Okay, no one can ever imagine that anyone can make such a nice and wonderful designs. No one have ever imagined. Okay, they thought that only the result will be announced, but they were really badly surprised. There were drawings all over the room, bright, brilliant. Everyone was, dumbstruck. They were in awe, AWE, surprised, because every, and people started, children started admiringly, they started admiring the design. They, in their own way, they stopped and whistled. Even boys, they were not so much interested in designs of dresses, but they whistled, murmured, they spoke softly, murmuring, say something in a very low voice, admiringly. That means showing respect, approval, appreciating those designs. सोच रहे हो ना, पूरा room, the entire room was covered with designs. 100 designs were displayed in the entire classroom. 100 designs. Different type of designs were different. बहुत सारे dazzling colors. One thing, my dear children, nowadays, dress designing is very, very, you can say, बहुत ही high profile job हो गया है, dress designing. And you would have known, you would have heard the name of great dress designers. Their one dress cost, in in lakhs and crores. Manish Malhotra, Ritu Beri, nowadays so many. I can't recall names, but and people, it has become glamorized job nowadays. They are organized fashion weeks, and not only celebrities are wearing these designs nowadays. Even the common people, they are spending a good amount of money for designer dresses. You can see the mushroom growth of boutiques in your area, even in Patna, which is actually not a very used city, not a metro to ho hi gaya hai, but still anywhere you will go and you will see that boutiques are there. They are displaying, and they will actually give you different type of designs. If you will go there and you will see that I want a unique dress for myself, they will look at you, your personality, and thereafter designers will design dress according to your personality, your body stature. So dress designing has become a very high profile job nowadays, and many girls and boys I have seen that they want to become dress designer. It's nice job, lot of money, lot of popularity. So just imagine this girl. Now you will come to know that who made this. As soon as the class had assembled, Miss Mason announced the winners. Jack Beggles had won for the boys, she said, and his design for an outboard motor was an exhibition in room 12, along with the sketches by all the other boys. So first of all, she announced the result of boys. Jack has won the prize, won the contest. His designs, along with the other children designs, are displayed in room 12. Okay, but now she's coming to the point. As for the girls, she said, as for the girls, although just one or two sketches were submitted by most, basically they asked them to submit one or two sketches. But surprising thing what happened? One girl, and room 13 should be proud of her. This one girl actually drew 100 designs. Can you imagine 100? Good number. All different and all beautiful. God. Means she was asked to submit one or two or maybe three or maybe 10 designs. But can you imagine the patience and the talent of this girl, that she actually, you know, submitted 100 different beautiful designs. And what teacher is saying, look at this line. In the opinion of judges, any one of the drawings is worthy of winning the prize. Means each and every design is equally beautiful. Equally. Any design, you can randomly pick and choose any of the design because it is worth winning the prize. But I'm very happy to say that Wanda Petronsky is the winner of the girls' medal. And then, boom, there is a, you can say, अगर movie चल रही होती तो पीछे से music होता. And now I'm going to announce the name of the winner in girls section. She is none other than the Polish white girl who is always an object of fun for the entire school. Actually, the teacher was not knowing basically that she's people used to make fun of her. So the white girl of our class, Wanda Petronsky, she is the winner of girls medal. Unfortunately, Wanda has been absent from school for some days and is not here to receive the applause. Applause, appreciation that is due to her. She also clarifies that whenever she will come back to school, definitely the entire class, the entire school, the entire room 13, her batchment, they all are going to clap for her. Let us hope she will be back tomorrow. Now, class, you may file around the room quietly and look at her exquisite drawings. Extremely beautiful, well made drawings. Can you imagine? It came as a thunderstroke specifically to two girls, Maggie and Betty. So the best friend, they entered the classroom and Peggy asked Maddie. It was the result day and obviously they had a feeling that her name will be, she will be receiving the first prize. But nothing happened. And then what happened? Miss Mason announced the winners. And among boys, Jack has won the prize. And then she came to she started mentioning the girls section, and they all were surprised that how one girl she had submitted 100 designs. Each and every design was worthy of winning this contest. So beautiful that the judges really felt that it was wonderfully presented and made. Each and every design is worthy of gold medal. But then Miss Mason very proudly announced that it was Wanda. She is going to be the winner of this competition. She continued and sadly mentioned that Wanda is not, she is not present nowadays. Whenever she will come back, they are going to appreciate her. She will receive her prize and applause. And then she instructed each and every student of the class, go and see this supreme collection, extraordinary, beautiful collection, because they have already, they know that it is. Everybody applauded and whistled. They have never seen someone with that this class, that one girl who has always been so quiet in the class, she can make such an extraordinary designs. God. The children burst into applause, and even the boys were glad to have a chance to stamp on the floor. Stamping, showing this, gesture was a way of showing your appreciation. Put their fingers in their mouth and whistle. They started whistling also. This is also a way of showing your, appreciation for something, though they were not interested in dresses. Boys are generally not interested, but designs were so beautiful, so eye-catching that no one can stop himself or herself from praising the design. Look, Peg, whispered Maddie. There is that blue one she told us about. Isn't it beautiful? Now, Maddie looked at, if you remember, that she has actually all the time explained two dresses always, a blue dress and a green dress with a sash. Yes, said Peggy, and here is that green one. Boy, and I thought I could draw. Now, one very nice thing had happened. What is that? That at least this first part ended with a note where Peggy is accepting that she always had a feeling that she is the best artist in her class. So here she is accepting ki no, she is not. After praising her designs, she is jealous. Okay, that's one part. Jealousy, competition. See, there is a thin line between extremely being extremely competitive and jealous. But at least she is not being miser with her words. And that's why she says, I thought I could draw. You see, I always had a feeling that I could draw. But I'm so surprised to see that how this girl can draw so nicely. No. So that's why she is saying, you can generally come to this conclusion. Ki, yeah. Anyway, so the story ended here. First part ended here. That I always had a feeling that I could draw, but after looking at her 100 dresses, now you can come to this conclusion. Why that girl was always saying, yeah, 100 dresses she's having in her closet, all lined up, all beautiful, all different, different materials, because she was actually an exclusively dressed designer. She was such a great artist that she was making art on a piece of paper. And maybe one day someone will come, someone will take her, buy her designs. You know, dress designer, as I told you, they are not only popular, but they are making good amount of money also. So if she will go and sell these designs, it will be changed, transformed into dresses, dresses made of silk, dresses made of velvet, different designs, different type of dresses. Oh, so finally you can come to this conclusion that why always she was saying 100 dresses. Actually, she is talking about the dresses which she was having. So in this manner, the first part comes to its end. Now look at some of the questions, then we will move to quickly, we will move to first part because it is in a continuation. Why didn't Maddie ask Peggy to stop teasing Wanda that we have already? Who won the drawing contest? What had the winner drawn? You all know? Hmm? What does Miss Mason think of Wanda's drawing? What do the children think of them? How do you know? Now this is again a question, but yeah, every children think, each and every student was thinking that it is actually a very nice drawing. They applauded, they stamped their feet, they put their fingers in their mouth and whistle. In fact, Peggy and Maddie, they were actually surprised because they have never expected that she will make such a wonderful design. Okay, so in this manner, it is going to happen. Okay, children. Let's move to next part. Otherwise, what will happen? It will just 8 minutes, 1 minute. Now, as I told you that it was a very long story, that's why it has been divided into two parts. Actually, this entire story is it in a form of a novel. Novel. Now, let's move to second part. While the class was circling the room, the monitor from the principal office brought Miss Mason a note. Miss Mason read it several times and studied it thoughtfully for a while. Then she clapped her hands. Now, see, now we all know that Wanda, she has not again come to the school. She received the first prize, rather the great prize for her exclusive 100 designs. Entire class was appraising her. But Miss Mason said that, yeah, I want her to come back so that she will be able to receive her due, you know, applause. But then, in the meanwhile, the peon, the monitors, he came from principal office and he has actually was carrying a letter, a note. While reading this letter, she was looking a little thoughtful. What was the content of the letter? What was written? You can sometimes, what happens, even though you are not knowing the content, but that facial expression will give you a little idea. No, that something is not so good. So they were looking at teacher, and teacher was going through that letter. Maybe she was trying to collect some, strength so that she will be able to speak up. She was thinking anyway, but she has to speak up. Then she clapped her hands. Attention class, everyone back to their seat. when the shuffling of the feet had stopped and the room was still and quiet. So she asked the children to be quiet so that she may be able to read the content of the letter. Obviously, this letter belonged to the whole class. And then she started. Miss Mason said, I have a letter from Wanda's father that I want to read to you. Mhm. So Wanda has not come, but her father has sent a letter. Now, what was that letter? Everyone was curious to know why she stopped all of a sudden coming to school and why her father has sent a letter. Anyway, Miss Mason stood there a moment and the silence in the room grew tense and expectant. See, they hardly ever noticed Wanda in their class. Nobody ever cared. She was absent on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, even Peggy and Maddie, who always used to make fun of her. They started this entire, game, stress game. They never. What was the reason that entire class wanted to listen to her father's letter? If she would have not drawn that drawings, in fact, nobody would have shown any interest. Oh, but today the entire class was tensed. There was a lot of expectation. They were expecting, oh, what is written in the letter? The teacher adjusted her glasses slowly and deliberately. Now, teacher was, as if teacher, as I told you, this entire her gesture, her expression, it was quite obvious that she is going to read something which is not so good. Maybe she is trying to calm down herself, compose herself, and then she will speak whatever she want to speak. But yeah, everybody was looking at her. Her manner indicated that what was coming. Yeah, through her entire gesture and facial expression, people have come. They have come to an idea that something is not so good. This letter from Wanda's father was a matter of great importance. Mhm. Everybody listened closely as Miss Mason read the brief note, but finally she started reading the letter. Now, see the content of the letter. Dear teacher, my Wanda, father wrote, my Wanda will not come to your school anymore. Jake also, his brother. Now we move away to big city. No more holler Pollock. No more ask why funny name. Plenty of funny names in the big city. Yours truly, Jan Petronsky. Now, I will not explain you the content. I want you to think what comes to your mind when you read this. What is the thing? Why this man? One thing is quite sure that this man is also very badly hurt. Why? Now, this letter is giving you a clear idea that his daughter, his son, they both faced a difficult time in this school. This ragging, this bullying, this making fun, it has actually tormented and tortured these two little children. And that is why this father is writing no more. He is simply coming straight forward to the point. Nothing, okay, hello, hi, no, nothing. Coming directly to the point and simply saying, my daughter will not come to your school anymore. And then he clarifies also, my son will also not come because we are going to move to a big city. Where? Because in a big city, where children from different culture, different families, different countries, different race are coming, nobody had nobody used to make fun of them. So I know when we will move to a big city, people will not make fun of their names. No one will call them Holler Pollock. Actually, father was not knowing the entire dress game. He was only knowing that because maybe that only their children are being made fun of their names. So no one is going to make fun of their names. No one will ask them why funny name, because plenty of funny names in a big city. Because when you are going to a big city, lot of funny names are there. No one is going to ask you that why your name is so funny. See, children, I will just quote one example. We are in Bihar, Patna. Now, when you look in your class, you will see that most of the people, most of the pupil, most of your classmates, they also belong to the same Bihar. Very little children are coming from outside. So we don't have these type of problems in our school. But when you will, so sometimes what will happen if maybe some fellow will come from outside, he will become, difficult. He will, he will actually basically steal the show. He will be very different in the class because most of the children are coming from the same states, so that's why. But if you move to a metropolitan city, big city like Delhi, what happens? People from different states are going there. Hmm? So in one single classroom, a teacher can see different type of students. Some from Bihar, UP, means we have so many states and so many union territories, maybe from different countries also. Then what will happen? No one will make fun of no one. So he also said that now maybe perhaps instead of living in this small town, he will move to New York, he will move to Chicago, he will move to Washington, he will move to the bigger and a better place where people will not look at their names, people will not make fun of their names because children are coming from different races, different countries, different caste, so there will be no discrimination, no one will make fun of them. Anyway, so he decided to move to big city. But this letter was also a lesson for that class and also for teacher. Even teacher was not feeling good. You know why? Why? Because it is also job of a teacher to ensure that something wrong is not happening in her classroom. If a child is being constantly bullied in my classroom and I am a teacher, then it is my responsibility also that this news should come to me and I should act like a nice and a good person and try to resolve this issue. As a teacher, I will never encourage my children for these kind of useless and stupid things. No. So this is job of also teacher. That's why you will see in the next few lines that how Miss Mason, she felt bad when she got the news because it is also failure from her part. As a teacher, she was not able to look into the matter. She was not able to resolve this issue. She was not even knowing what was happening with this girl, how they were making fun of her name, how actually they were making fun of her 100 dresses story. If she is unknown, that I will also accuse because I'm also a teacher. And if something is very bad is happening in my class, I think it is my also job. That's why we always ask our monitors, that what is happening, tell me. These are the things which we usually do in the classroom to collect the information that if something is happening, something maybe anything wrong is happening with any of the student, it is my duty to find out. It is my duty to just stop this nonsense. So what is she saying now? Look at the lines. A deep silence met the reading of this letter. Miss Mason took off her glasses, blew on them, and wiped them on her soft white handkerchief. Then she put them on again and looked at the class. When she spoke, her voice was very low. So Miss Mason, she too was having the same thought as I am having right now. That if something will happen in my class, that I think not only children are responsible. As a teacher, it is also my responsibility that why am I have been so, unknown to this fact. So she also thought a moment and then she spoke. But Miss Mason is I can say, mature lady. Very quietly, instead of scolding them, what did she say? See, I'm sure that none of the boys and girls in room 13 would purposely and deliberately hurt anyone's feelings because his or her name happened to be a long, unfamiliar one. So she started with a very sensitive tone. Yeah, I know my children are very good, and I'm very much sure that room 13 students will not hurt anyone because of purposely. Maybe one day, dekho, we are human beings. Sometimes we can also make fun of someone if you are in a very healthy, happy, playful mood. So I don't think deliberately they would have done that. I prefer, when she speaks, I prefer to think that what was said in thoughtlessness. She also says, कि maybe if you would have done that, then also playfully or casually, thoughtlessness, without thinking, you said that. I know that all of you feel the way I do. And she also said so. I know, as I am feeling bad as a teacher, I know you might also be feeling bad as a student, as a classmate, as a friend, that why that girl has left the school. And after this entire thing that she's so talented, they started feeling it more, strongly. I do that this is a very unfortunate thing to have happened. Unfortunate and sad, both. And I want you all to think about it. Now, instead of scolding them, instead of trying to find out, because she, as a teacher, also took the responsibility on her shoulder. And she felt it strongly that this is an unfortunate incident. This is a sad incident. Okay, this is a sad incident, that why this girl has left the school. Why, as a teacher, she was not able to find out what was happening in the classroom. Why she never tried to find out that how children are teasing someone. Why she was not able to stop this bullying, this teasing in the classroom. Why this girl has to leave the school. Why her father is so hurt. So not only unfortunate but sad. And finally, she ended this note. She spoke and she said, and I want you all to think about it. Mhm. So she gave this instruction to all our children. I want you to think about it. I want you to think that why it happened. Okay. So this was the thing. She ended here. Now the entire class, they decided. They were so quiet. They realized their mistake. Let us see what Peggy and Maddie will think. So we will continue this chapter tomorrow. Okay.